Hi guys, if you're new to my channel, welcome, and if you're a returning viewer, welcome back. I am so excited about this video. Today we'll be taking a look at all of my American Girl 18-inch dolls. I thought that some of you might be interested in how the collection came to be. I've viewed several videos where others have shared their collection story, and I thought it would be a lot of fun. I hope you'll think it's fun too. This is a stroll down memory lane for me and my girls. Honestly, I had to call and ask them a couple of things because it had been so long I didn't even remember. This collection began 17 years ago, back in 2005, with my youngest daughter, and has grown over the years. While her interest waned, mine flourished, and so she shared her once hobby with me, and it became my hobby. Now let's take a look at each doll and learn the history behind them and how they became part of the collection. So let's get started. Kaya was my oldest daughter's doll. She had a little bit of tomboy in her and loved to play outside. Since my youngest had a love for AG dolls, my oldest wanted to be part of the action. So even though her interests were mainly dinosaurs, Lincoln Logs, horses, and the like, and not so much dolls, Kaya was perfect. I imagine my daughter liked the outdoor theme of Kaya, and Kaya had a horse. We got Kaya back in 2006, and it was while we were celebrating my youngest's birthday. She got number 23, and we'll take a look at her in just a minute. But we went to the Dallas American Girl doll store, and while we were there, my oldest fell in love with Kaya, and that's how she became part of the collection. Now we have Felicity. So a side note here, my oldest daughter only ever had one AG doll, and that was Kaya. So from here on out, the others that belonged to my daughter, they were all for my youngest daughter. We got Felicity back in 2012, and she was a Christmas present for my youngest, and she was one of the last dolls that she ever got. She lost interest after this, and then it became more my hobby. So Felicity was released back in 1991, and she is from the 1700s. She has red hair and beautiful green eyes. She also has the classic face mold, and according to American Girl fandom, because Felicity's outfits were low cut to reflect the fashions of the colonial time period accurately, the doll's fabric torso was changed from white cloth to skin color. And here we have Elizabeth, and she is Felicity's best friend, and I think that she is beautiful. She was also a Christmas present back in 2012, and so she was the last. So we had these two, Felicity and Elizabeth, that were the last dolls that we purchased for my youngest daughter. And I think they're beautiful. I love their clothing. I love the era that they're from. And what great historical dolls. Just beautiful, just gorgeous. And we can just take a look at her and you can see what you think. I absolutely love all the detail on the clothing. And you know, these are old dolls and the clothing is old. The shadowing that you're seeing, that is shadowing. It is not the actual, you know, the dress is not discolored in any way. It's just shadowing. So here we have Samantha, and she is so special to our family. She is a Pleasant Company doll, and she's the first doll that my daughter ever got, and she was found at a garage sale back in 2005. And we didn't know anything about these dolls. My daughter had never said anything to us about them. I wasn't aware of American Girl. I don't know, I must have been living under a rock. But anyway, she evidently had some friends that had some of these dolls, and she somehow looked them up herself because she was like in second grade, and she looked them up and she thought, oh, these are too expensive. And then she happened to find this one at a garage sale and asked her dad, and of course he said yes, and that began the collection. So this is our very first. So she is always going to be very special. She's lost a little coloring in her face and that kind of thing because she's old, but I think she's beautiful. And this is Kit, and Kit is my doll, and I got her back in 2016, and she was a Christmas present for me. And I was talking to my daughter just actually today and I said, why did you never want Kit? And she said, well, Mom, I thought she was kind of boring. So I thought that was pretty funny because she ended up with Ruthie because Ruthie is the one that she liked the best. So I ended up with Kit, and I was very happy to have her. I thought she was really adorable. I loved her freckles and her cute little bob haircut. And honestly, I loved all of her collection, everything in it. And you know, I don't think I got one thing, not one thing. And I didn't have a YouTube channel. So now that I do, maybe that will change and I will look into getting some of her collection in the future. And here we have Ruthie, who is Kit's best friend. And this is the doll that my daughter chose. And she was my daughter's birthday gift back in 2008. And something I think is very special about Ruthie is her eyes. I just love the gray. I think they're stunning. And she's just such a pretty doll. I've used her in my videos before. I had her dressed up as Wonder Woman, and she made a wonderful Wonder Woman with her dark hair and her light skin, and she just looked great. She is in her meat outfit, and we had that, and then I was looking around for socks, and I didn't realize they were the light blue ones, and I looked it up on Fandom, and they were the light blue ones. So she has all of her meat outfit except for her headband. I couldn't find that, but I just put a little purple bow in her hair. And here we have historical doll Linnea, and I got her back in May of this year, 2022. And I just ordered her off the American Girl website. And I'm gonna make a little confession here. I wasn't crazy about Linnea at first. When I saw her at the Dallas store, and I looked at her and I was kind of like, do I think she's cute? What do I think? I thought that some of her dresses and her outfits were just beautiful. I loved her dog, but I wasn't sure about Linnea. And then I just fell in love with her, and I just thought, she's beautiful, beautiful hazel eyes, beautiful dark hair. And so I finally purchased her, and here she is. She is part of the collection now. She has on her school dress, and I think it looks just beautiful on her. And little fun fact, I got that at Tuesday Morning in Galveston. And here is the magnificent Molly McIntyre, and she was my daughter's doll, and we got her back in 2011, and I'm not sure if it was her birthday or Christmas. Neither one of us could remember. And she's wearing her meat outfit, and she doesn't have her little red bows on because I took them off because I had her dressed as a cookie in one of the Halloween costume videos that I made, and I will put a link in the description so that you guys can see her as a cookie. She makes an adorable cookie. And you can see that Molly has the beautiful gray eyes. She has the dark brown hair, and she is just adorable. Love her bangs. She is just sweet as pie. You gotta love her. So cute. And this is Mary Ellen, and she is my doll, and I got her back in 2017. I got her for Christmas, and she was my second doll because my first, of course, was 2016, and that was Kit. So I got Mary Ellen, and actually I got a lot of her stuff, and I did a little diner and had that all set up in my dollhouse, and then later I turned it into a diner that looks like something that you would see near a beach. So it's got a lot of beach stuff in it. It's really, really cute. And so I did end up getting a lot of her collection, and I just love it, and I love her. I think she's adorable, and so she's been a really fun doll for me. Oh, and I almost forgot. I actually just ordered her sled and her sledding outfit. So I hope to be doing a video on that in the near future. And here we have Julie Albright, and I love Julie. I remember the 70s. So I love the detail of the collection. My daughter received her as a Christmas gift back in 2007, so she's been around for a while. My daughter and I loved her collection so much that we purchased quite a few pieces. So it was a win-win for myself and my daughter. We both loved it. Julie has a bedroom in my dollhouse, and just recently I did a video of the setup of her bathroom, which is also in my dollhouse. As you can see, Julie is wearing her meat outfit from 2007. I think it's adorable. You know, it reminds me a little bit of the Brady Bunch. I can actually remember wearing peasant tops with a turtleneck underneath. Even though this Julie doll is from 2007, I gotta say, I think she is looking pretty groovy. And here we have Courtney, and she is a historical doll from 2020. And I don't know about the rest of you, sometimes I try to rename my dolls, but if they have been given a name, it is very difficult for me to call them anything else. I had renamed her Jenny, but I call her Courtney. So I think Jenny is cute, but I think Courtney is cute as well. So for the most part, I call her Courtney. So anyway, I got her back in 2020 and I absolutely love her. And I have most of her collection. I have her Pac-Man, I have all of her bedroom stuff, her TV. I just love it because I grew up in the 80s and I remember everything about the 80s. And, well, not everything, but anyway, you get the picture. So I just enjoy it so much, and it brings back a lot of memories for me. So, and she's just a sweetie pie. Next up we have Bailey, and she is number 23, and she was my youngest daughter's choice for her birthday back in 2006. We took both of our daughters to American Girl in Dallas, and this is what my youngest daughter chose. And of course, earlier in this video, you heard me talk about my oldest daughter who chose Kaya that day. And I know it's a little weird that we got our older daughter something on our younger daughter's birthday, but it just worked out well, and they loved it and had a great time, and so it was a real blast. And Bailey is one of my favorites. I've used her in a lot of my videos, and a little secret about me, I'm a sucker for freckles. I just love them. I think they're cute, and I don't have near enough dolls with freckles. This is London, and she's Truly Me number 57, and I got her at the Houston store in February of this year, so 2022. And this is not the Sparkle and Shine meat outfit like they have on the Truly Me dolls now. This is the one from 2017 to 2020, and I like this one so much better, and I got it from Macari. Getting her from the Houston store was so great. I had such a blast there. It was so fun. And of course I recorded a video, so that's on my channel as well. And I just loved it. It was really a lot of fun. And as you can see, this outfit is super duper cute. I love it. I think it looks so cute on London. London is also in the Positively Perfect collection video that I have on my channel. So if you want to see her there, please check it out. This is Truly Me number 88, and her name is Sophie Claire, and I got her back in 2021. And she is actually my profile picture for my channel. So I was pretty much drawn to her right away, but it took me a little while to decide how I felt about the hair. And once I got over that, I read reviews that said that it was not great, that they were bad wigs and all of that kind of thing. I did not experience that. I ordered her online and she was perfect from the beginning, and I think she looks great. She is wearing the Take the Cake birthday outfit from 2021, and this was to celebrate American Girl's 35th birthday. And I also have a room set up in one of my doll houses that looks like the restaurant in the American Girl doll store. So, and I have Sophie Claire in there, and it just looks really cute, and it's all ready for a birthday party. And this is Kendall, and she's Truly Me number 90, and I got her in November of 2021. And I really struggled with whether or not I wanted her. Her hair was so striking to me, and I was like, oh gosh, I don't know, will she look good in other things, you know? And so I wasn't sure. I actually went to the Dallas store and looked at her and chose not to get her, and then kept thinking about her and kept looking at her online, and I finally ordered her and I got her, and I've been very pleased with her, and she's in some of my videos too. And she just looks really cute. I have her as a barista for the American Girl coffee shop, and of course that was perfect because American Girl had her in that, and I liked it so much that I did it in my video as well. And then she's in another one where I'm doing Our Generation cabin, and she looks really cute in there too. And this is Everly, and she is Truly Me doll number 13, and I got her last year in 2021. She was released in 1995 and retired this year, 2022. And a couple of interesting things about her, according to American Girl fandom, she was known as American Girl of Today, Just Like You, My American Girl, and Truly Me. She was also the last doll out of the first 20 released dolls to remain available until retirement. She is wearing Coconut's best friend outfit, and that outfit was released in 2003 and retired in 2005. I found this one on Mercari. I'm so happy to have her as part of my collection. And here we have Lainey, and she was my daughter's doll, and she got her back in 2010 for Christmas. And we also have most of Lainey's collection, including the camper. I actually have a video where we take a tour of the camper, and Lainey models several of her outfits that she had. I had such a great time just putting everything together for that video. It was so fun to look through everything and see what kind of condition it was in, and it was actually in great condition. So here she is in her little meat outfit. I think she's such a cutie pie, and I think she looks really great for a 12-year-old doll. Since Lainey was my daughter's doll, you know, I didn't have a lot to do with her for a very long time, and all her stuff was in storage, and when I got it out, it just gave me a greater appreciation for her. And this is Kanani, and she was Girl of the Year for 2011, and my daughter received her for Christmas that very same year. She was also retired in 2011. Kanani was dressed as Belle for a couple of years and prominently displayed in a vignette in my doll room, with other items as an ode to Beauty and the Beast. With the addition of another dollhouse, the Belle vignette was removed, so now Kanani is once again sporting her meat outfit. She is so lovely with her light brown hair and hazel eyes, and fun fact, her face mold is the Jess mold. To my delight, I was able to find her hair clip with hibiscus flower, her beautiful blue dress with a floral print, and her faux kukui nut necklace and blue sandals. You can actually see Kanani in the Belle dress in the Halloween costumes video I have. And I have to say, she made an absolutely stunning Belle. And here we have Isabel, and she was the Girl of the Year for 2014, and I got her in July of this year, 2022. And kind of a funny little story here. Courtney Hill is a YouTuber, and I subscribe to her channel. And she did a video of all her American Girl dolls for summer 2022. So if I don't forget, I will put a link to it down in the description. Anyway, she does a really fun job of describing her dolls and items that she buys and things like that. And so she just made me fall in love with her. So here she is, and I got her from Mercari, and she's in really good shape. I also have a opening video of Isabel, so you can check that out on my channel if you'd like to. And Isabel is wearing her original meat outfit as well. And here we have Leah Clark, Girl of the Year for 2016. And I did get her as well this year, and I got her from Mercari. She has the Josefina face mold, and she has the beautiful light brown hair and the hazel eyes. I must have a thing for the gray eyes and the hazel eyes, because I'm realizing going through this video that I have a lot of dolls that have those colors, and I just think they're stunning. They're just beautiful. So the little story I have behind Leah Clark is I just kept seeing her, and I guess I fell in love with her and decided I wanted her. So I looked for her and tried to find a good deal and found one on Mercari. And please know that I know how fortunate I am that I'm allowed to do this hobby, and I'm so blessed. And I did get a lot of dolls this year. Well, I think I got 5 or 6, and I know that's a lot. But the other thing that kind of perpetuated it is that I have a YouTube channel, so I want to share this with you guys. I hope you like it. And for the Girl of the Year for 2019, we have Blair Wilson, and what a cutie pie she is. And she is my second redhead. And she has the beautiful green eyes, and she also has the Josefina face mold. And I have to tell you, I did a video in September of 2021, and it is the Dallas store, and it's going through and just looking, you know, at everything they had. And I remember going in the door, and just kind of in the corner, but it was next to the front door, they had Blair, and she was just by herself. And I looked at her and I thought, she is so beautiful and so sweet, so I just had to have her. So that's how she became part of my collection. Next is Joss, and of course she was the Girl of the Year for 2020. And there's a couple of things about Joss that are kind of original. One thing, that she has her own face mold, and the fact that she was Girl of the Year for 2020. So I'm thinking that I got her for my birthday or Christmas. I'm not sure, I don't really remember. But the interesting thing also is that was the same year that I got Courtney, and I had not gotten a doll since Mary Ellen back in 2017. So Joss and Courtney helped to perpetuate me into getting back into the hobby and starting to collect dolls again. And you know, honestly, I loved her accessories. I love anything and everything that's beach themed. So she was a great addition to my collection. I just love her. What a cutie pie. And here we have Kira, and of course she is the Girl of the Year for 2021. And I didn't consider getting Kira because she looks so much like Julie, and I already had Julie. And then when I went to the Dallas store, I really looked at her, and I just decided, you know, I'm not going to get her because she looks too much like Julie. And I started looking at all her accessories, and I fell in love with the PJs, so I bought those. And then I just decided, you know what, I'm afraid I'm going to miss out, and I'm going to be sorry if I don't get her. So I actually got her for my birthday this year. So that's how she became part of the collection. And I was planning on doing a video with my birthday haul, but that just hasn't happened yet. So hopefully that will be something you guys can look forward to in the future. And here's the Girl of the Year for this year, Corinne Tan. And I got her back in January. She's another doll with her own face mold. And guys, I couldn't wait for her to be released. I had seen videos of leaks for the new Girl of the Year, and I just loved everything about her. The black and turquoise hair was stunning. So I've told you guys how much I love the beach. Well, I also love snow. We don't live in an area that gets snow very often, but I enjoy looking at it. My Pinterest is full of snowy scenes, so I had to have Corinne. The other thing that I love is that she has a little sister. So I loved all her accessories, and I have a video. I know I keep saying that, but you know, that's what I'm doing is sharing this with you guys. And so I do have a video that has all of her accessories in it, and it's just adorable. And here we go again. She's a cutie pie. She's definitely a keeper. Okay guys, we're getting close to the end, just a couple more dolls to go. So this is Maritza, and she is part of the World by Us collection. And a fun little thing about her is she looks so much like my daughter. And I was not crazy about the name Maritza because first of all, I don't say it very well, and I don't think I'm saying it really correctly. And the other thing is I just felt like my daughter looks a lot like her, and so I thought, you know what, let's go ahead and give her a different name. So I asked my daughter, would she like to do that? Of course, she said yes. She was very nice about it because she is a grown woman. And anyway, we talked about it, and I had a list of names for her to choose from, and she chose to name her Charlie. And I love it. I think that she looks like a Charlie. I think it suits her well. And of course, I think she's stunning, but I am just a bit biased because she looks so much like my daughter. So she is one in the collection of 3, and we have the last 2 to go. So the next doll that we have from the World by Us collection is McKenna, and I got her in April or May of 2022. And I think she is just a sweetie pie. I saw her in the Houston store, and look at those eyes. Oh my goodness, they're so round and cute, and her little face is round, and I just thought she was so adorable. So I knew I had to have her, and she completed my collection for the World by Us. I did get Charlie and Yvette first, and we just talked about who Charlie is. It's Maritza. Anyway, but I just, I wanted to make sure that I had each doll. She's just so cute. I just love her. So a couple of other fun facts about McKenna. She also has her own face mold, and her name in Swahili means happy one. And I think that is just adorable and very appropriate. Doesn't she look happy? I think McKenna is a great addition to my collection. Yvette is the last doll I have from the World by Us collection, and the last doll in this video. I ordered her back in October of 2021 and didn't open her for a couple of months because I wanted to do an unboxing. Well, that never happened, but that didn't take away from my enjoyment when I finally did get to open her. Yvette is another doll with a Josefina face mold, and yep, she has gray eyes. I think it's official at this point. I definitely have a thing for the gray and hazel eyes. I just love them. I think they're beautiful. And then of course there's the hair, a gorgeous caramel color and tons of volume and curls. And then of course her adorable outfit. I love her meat outfit. I did hear several people say that they didn't care for it or whatever. I just love it. I think it's great. And again, the freckles. I love freckles. I think she's just such a beautiful doll, and I'm so glad to have her as part of my collection. Well, that's it. All 27 of my American Girl dolls. Now you know the story of how my collection came to be and how it has grown over the years. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and please be sure to subscribe and click the notification bell. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Bye.